In the vast and complex world of modern military aviation, one name consistently rises above the rest, whispered with a mixture of reverence and awe. That name is the F-22 Raptor. It is not just another fighter jet, it is the physical embodiment of air dominance. A machine engineered with a singular uncompromising purpose: to control the skies. From its inception, the Raptor was designed to be the undisputed king, a fifth-generation fighter that would ensure American air superiority for decades to come. Its mission is simple yet incredibly challenging: to fly into the most heavily defended enemy airspace, to hunt down and destroy the most advanced enemy aircraft, and return home without the opponent ever knowing what hit them. The F-22 is the tip of the spear, the ultimate aerial predator. The story of the Raptor begins with the Advanced Tactical Fighter, or ATF program, a Cold War initiative born from a pressing need. The U.S. Air Force saw the emergence of Soviet fighters like the Su-27 Flanker and the MiG-29 Fulcrum, formidable aircraft, known for incredible maneuverability. The existing American fleet, led by the venerable F-15 Eagle, was excellent. But the technological gap was closing. The Air Force needed a leap, not a step. This vision laid the groundwork for the F-22. Lockheed Martin, Boeing. The teams produced the YF-22 prototype, a revelation. It offered extreme stealth, supercruise, extreme agility, and integrated avionics, a godlike view of the battlefield. This was a paradigm shift, built for first look, first shot, first kill. Today, on September 11, 2025, the F-22 remains the gold standard for air-to-air combat. The single most defining characteristic of the F-22 Raptor is its stealth, or more accurately, its very low observability. This is not some magical invisibility cloak, but rather a meticulously engineered design philosophy that permeates every inch of the aircraft. The goal of stealth is to drastically reduce the distance at which an enemy can detect and track the aircraft, particularly with radar. The Raptor accomplishes this by shaping its airframe to deflect radar waves away from the source, angled surfaces, the diamond-shaped wings, the canted vertical tails, and serrated edges on its landing gear doors and weapon bays. This shaping is only one part of the equation. The Raptor is also coated in radar-absorbent materials that act like a sponge for radar energy. The result is a radar signature that has been famously compared to the size of a steel marble. For an enemy radar operator, trying to find an F-22 is like spotting a bumblebee in a thunderstorm from miles away, while everyone else looks like a 747. The engines are deeply buried within the fuselage, and their intakes feature a serpentine duct design. Even the pilot's helmet and the canopy are treated to reduce radar returns. All weapons are carried internally in 3 large weapon bays: Weapon Bay 1, Weapon Bay 2, Weapon Bay 3. When it's time to fire, the bay doors snap open for a mere second. The missile is pushed out by a pneumatic launcher, and the doors close again before a solid radar lock. This low observability provides an almost unfair advantage. An F-22 pilot can operate deep inside hostile territory, track enemy formations, and choose the time and place of an engagement on their own terms. By the time radar warning receivers light up, it is already far too late. They are reacting to an attack planned minutes before, launched from an enemy they still cannot see. The Raptor's stealth turns a potential dogfight into a one-sided execution. While stealth gets the F-22 into the fight undetected, its raw performance is what guarantees victory once it is there. At the heart of the Raptor are 2 Pratt & Whitney F-119 engines, and it is what they can do without afterburner that is truly special. This is supercruise, in the Raptor's case, above Mach 1.5 without afterburner, a game changer. Others can dash supersonic briefly but burn fuel fast. Supercruise lets the F-22 close or escape faster and stay lethal longer. Launching at Mach 1.5 gives missiles tremendous initial energy, dramatically expanding their no-escape zones and effective range. Thanks to 2-dimensional thrust-vectoring nozzles that move 20 degrees, the pilot can direct massive thrust independent of control surfaces. This gives incredible control at high angles of attack and low speeds, enabling stunning post-stall maneuvers and weapons pointing from impossible attitudes. Supercruise plus thrust vectoring creates unmatched energy and maneuverability. The Raptor dictates the terms of any fight, long range or within visual range. It can perform the Cobra or the J-turn with authority. If stealth is its invisibility cloak and its engines are its muscle, then its avionics suite is its brain. The Raptor mastered sensor fusion, conventional pilots juggle multiple systems, the F-22 fuses them into a single intuitive picture. The AN/APG-77 AESA scans vast volumes instantly, tracks dozens, scans for new ones, and operates with low probability of intercept. The AN/ALR-94, over 30 embedded antennas, passively detects, identifies, and locates threats from hundreds of miles away. Data from AESA, passive sensors, and data links are processed and shown as simple symbols. Red triangle hostile, blue circle friendly, green square unknown, with type, speed, altitude, heading, and threat level. The pilot becomes a battlefield manager, a quarterback with a complete overview, free to make tactical decisions instead of being overwhelmed by data. A fighter jet is only as good as the weapons it carries, and the F-22 was designed to be an exceptionally lethal hunter, carrying its arsenal internally. Complex bay mechanisms deploy weapons at supersonic speeds without compromising stability or stealth. 3 bays, a large main bay on the underside and 2 smaller side bays behind the inlets. Primary long-range weapon, AIM 120 AMRAAM. Up to 6 in the main bay, deadlier still when paired with Super Cruise and AESA radar. Launching at high altitude and speed dramatically extends effective range beyond 4th-generation fighters. The F-22 can salvo multiple targets at distance, a missile shower. For close range, 1 AIM-9 Sidewinder sits in each side bay. Select, swing, fire, ready even in high-G fights. As a last resort, the M61A 220mm Vulcan with 480 rounds brings lethal close-in insurance. Air-to-ground capable, 21000LB GBU-32 JDAMs enable first-day strikes against high-value targets. The true measure often shows in large-scale realistic exercises like Red Flag at Nellis, where the Raptor's dominance is legendary. Where the F-15C once ruled with 2 or 3 to 1, the F-22's first Red Flag in 2007 posted roughly 40 to 1. Aggressor pilots in F-15S and F-16S were repeatedly killed without ever getting a lock, a heat signature, or a warning. Raptor pilots called it clubbing seals. Stealth and sensor fusion let them roam, pick targets, and vanish. A common tactic, Raptors fly ahead using passive sensors to map defenses and fighters, then feed targeting to F-16S and F/A-18S, turning them into missile trucks. It is not just about how many the Raptor can shoot down, it makes every friendly aircraft more effective and survivable. Exercises proved the F-22 changed air warfare. In 2012, F-22S flew against Eurofighter Typhoons, highly capable 4th-generation plus fighters, including the German Luftwaffe. Beyond visual range, the outcome was predictable and one-sided. Stealth and sensors decided it. First look, first shot, first kill. In deliberately constrained close-in setups, German pilots achieved simulated gun kills. In the phone booth, stealth is negated and HMD queuing helped the Typhoon. These were training constraints, not fight-to-win rules. The takeaway? The Raptor is phenomenal, not invincible, and its design prefers standoff dominance. Among 5th-gen peers, the F-35 is a multi-role quarterback with extraordinary sensors, but the F-22 remains the master of air-to-air. Faster, higher, more agile, stealthier, all around. Russia's Su-57 is powerful and agile, yet generally assessed as less stealthy all aspect. China's J-20 is a long-range interceptor emphasizing frontal stealth, a serious challenger with open questions on engines and sensors. Against advanced 4th-gen like Su-35 or F-15X, the gap is a chasm. Without all-aspect stealth, they are targets long before they can shoot. 20 years after introduction, in 2025, no other fighter so completely blends extreme all-aspect stealth, super cruise, high maneuverability, and fully integrated sensor fusion. Production ended at 187 operational jets, each a precious asset. The Air Force invests to keep them ahead with software, sensors, and coatings. The F-22 set the bar, drove stealth and networked warfare worldwide, and now informs 6th-gen development, stealth, sensor fusion, networked lethality to a new level. Ultimately, the Raptor is more than a fighter, a symbol of technological ambition and strategic foresight. It represents absolute control of the air, a life-or-death advantage for pilots, and a ghostly deterrent for adversaries. The Raptor is the undisputed king, a legacy that will rule the air for years to come.